Hi, I'm Dan, and welcome to Gaming Comments episode 23. Now, last week, I didn't have an episode. If anyone's still paying attention. Last week I had a little issue with the pipe bursting in my basement, and had to take care of that. Luckily, there wasn't too much damage, so it worked out okay there. But I was going to talk about Titanfall and my impressions. So this week I'm kind of going to do like a two-part episode that I want to talk about this week, and just a little bit of Titanfall. Unfortunately, I did not get that much time with Titanfall. I played about, maybe, it was only one night I played. I can't remember exactly how many matches. It was at least 5 matches. But then, all of a sudden, I got a black screen. Literally, I pushed the Xbox button on the controller, and then suddenly everything went black. I could hear everything went black. Luckily for me, Microsoft had a fix, but they didn't release that fix until a couple days after that. So my time with Titanfall was very minimal. So I can't give a full opinion on it. I was hoping to play a lot more. But overall, I did enjoy the game, and fortunately, it's not a game I'm going to buy. Not because there's anything wrong with it. I found that the whole tutorial was the thing I liked the most. I really wish there was a single player aspect to it, but there wasn't. Guaranteed, if there was a single player mode to it, I'd be buying it. But the focus on the whole multiplayer aspect to it is what overall has turned me off from the game. Now, you can argue that Destiny is multiplayer focused as well, but you do have the option of playing by yourself if you choose. I just want to clear that up because I've told everybody in the past that I am interested in Destiny. So you have an argument there, but at least with Destiny I can go off on my own. Titanfall, you really don't have that option. You're there to basically fight other people. Now, let's get to the topic I want to talk about this week, and that's game prices. Are games priced too high? Some people will say yes, some people will say no. It does cost a lot of money to make a game. But overall, what it comes down to isn't the cost of the game versus everything else. It's how much money are people willing to pay for a game. And unfortunately for us, $60 seems to be that price range. For the simple fact that we are paying it. If we weren't paying $60 for a game, they'd be dropping their prices. And that's not happening. Now, Microsoft has said they were trying something new by dropping the price of Rise on the Xbox One, where it's $20 cheaper than retail, and see if they can encourage more digital downloads. Now, one thing I want to mention about that, it's not going to change anything. This may have been an experiment, but don't fool yourself in thinking that this price drop wasn't happening to begin with. This is not a permanent price drop, I'd like to note also. Every retailer, at least here in Canada, well not every, but most retailers, drop the price of the game the Friday after Microsoft did. So they dropped theirs on Tuesday. The Friday, most retailers dropped it. Now, flyers are released, well, not necessarily released, but planned well in advance. So something like this would never be added at the last minute. So essentially, they're trying to fool you into thinking that these retailers are just follow suit. Now this was planned from the get-go. They knew they'd drop their price like before the retailers would. And then the retailers would. They had that planned price drop for that specific date. Here in Canada, flyers drop on Fridays. So you can't tell me that they had completely overhauled their flyer in a matter of a few days. That's not happening. That price drop was happening from the get-go. Microsoft just did a little bit earlier. Maybe it wasn't an experiment, like I said, where they just wanted to see how much they'd sell in those few days before they dropped the price at the various retailers. So, like I said, it's not permanent. The game will go back up in price. Now, that's pretty well all I want to say. I want to keep it short because I am covering a couple topics here. So, if you like what you see, feel free to subscribe, or you can follow me on Twitter at GamingComics. Next week, I don't have anything planned, but I'm leaning toward possibly talking about LEGO games. Now, it's not set in stone. If something happens this week that I feel I need to address, I will. So, until next week, as long as nothing bad happens, bye.